Would you like to measure your happiness? I don't know, but I don't think that this is possible. Happiness is moments, and happiness is not temporary. We have our ups and downs, and if we didn't have our downs, I don't think we would enjoy our ups so much. Happiness is a series of happy moments. In my opinion, a happy life is a fulfilled life, and fulfillment can be measured in a way. Fulfillment is permanent if we work on it well enough. It's not about things and it's not about money. It's about that fuzzy feeling that we have inside of us that doesn't depend on anybody, and it doesn't depend on money. It just depends on us, how we feel about us. Once we stop caring about what other people think, and once the only person that we compete against is ourselves. We should be continuously striving to become a better version of ourselves. Now, how do we measure fulfillment? In the coaching world, we use a wheel of life. A wheel of life is all the categories that consist of our being, of our lives. I believe that if all the categories of our wheel of life are 65 to 70% positive, we are on the right track. You may say that this is very little, but do you know anybody who is 100% happy in all areas of their lives? Some people have a very successful job, but then they don't have enough time for their family or for their hobbies. Some people don't have a job, but they have more time for leisure. But if we want to have a wheel of life that goes round, that isn't crooked, then it's good to work on all those areas all the time. Wanting to be perfect is very stressful and puts a lot of pressure on us, and I don't think it's fun to be perfect. We are human, and once in a while things go wrong, and whatever goes wrong, it's not what goes wrong, it's how we react to it. Once we start focusing on all those areas, we should start with the one that goes wonderfully well, because that will give us a release of dopamine in our brain to tackle the others that go less well. Let's have a look at those categories in our wheel of life, or we could also call it our life balance wheel. One very important part is our health. Without health, nothing works. We can have any amount of money and we can live in the most beautiful place, but when we are not well, things just don't work. It is important to look after our health. My tip to anybody is make food your medicine. It is important to eat nutritious food. It is also important to exercise, and it is important to keep our mind happy. I will talk about that later. One very good thing for our health is a gratitude walk, because you can combine exercise and mindfulness, practicing gratitude, and that is a recipe for a huge amount of serotonin that will be released from your brain. Let go of all that never-ending self-talk. Do you know that out of our 60 to 70,000 thoughts that we have all day, 90% are negative? I think it's worth being more mindful, being more in control of our thoughts, and not allowing our subconscious mind to drive us with all this negativity. Another important part of in the wheel of life are our finances. We need money to live, but I think it's important not to make money the most important thing in our lives and not to make everything about money. When we have a job that we are passionate about, then money is just a happy side effect. Once we love what we do, it's not work, but we get paid for it. Isn't that wonderful? Another good way to get more money is to give more money. Tony Robbins says the secret to living is giving. The more we give, the more we get. I think authentic fulfillment comes from contributing to others. People who engage in charity work, they realize that they help somebody and at the same time they feel good. It's definitely a win-win situation. And as I said, money is an important part. Money comes from work. So work or career or whatever you want to call it is another important part of the wheel of life. Work can be motherhood. That's a very important job. It's important that we bring up our children well, that they feel loved and that they are looked after. Of course, it's not just done by one person. Well, sometimes it is, and that is fine. But when there are two people in a family, two parents, then they should both contribute to bringing up the children. It's sad that many people just work to pay their bills at the end of the month. Those people are the ones that don't like Mondays. They hate their job and all they do is just work so they can get by. It's worth sitting down once in a while and thinking, maybe I should change. Maybe I should do something that I like more. Let's continue in our wheel of life. Another important part is fun. We have to have fun, hobbies, things that we like to do in our free time, because that gives us energy for the everyday routine. And a good hobby is something that you choose. Not your husband, not your wife, not society. Do something that you like. Don't do something because somebody else tells you or because it's fashionable. I think that's where we can really choose ourselves what we want to do. Find a good hobby, whatever you like, and do it with passion. Do it alone at the beginning if you don't find anybody, because once you start doing it, you will find people who do the same thing. And the last part that I want to mention here is personal growth, mindfulness. It is important to know that our mind is also a muscle. It's not just our body that we need to train and exercise. We need to train our mind regularly, because otherwise our subconscious mind just takes over and does whatever it wants with us. Challenge yourself to grow. Happiness is a byproduct of action. Take steps towards more fulfillment by engaging in this never-ending process of self-improvement. Try to be a better person every day, a better version of yourself every day. And after each of those areas of life, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, why did I give myself this percentage, this score in this category? And what would be the ideal score? What score would I want to have after 3 months or after 6 months or even after a year? And what do I need to do to achieve this target? Could there be something holding me back? Could there be a limiting belief that has been instilled in me when I was a child or when I was young? Maybe the people who brought us up and who meant well told us something all the time that is holding us back now, and that can be removed. Those limiting beliefs can be removed with methods. You can see a coach, you can try on your own, you may have to see a therapist, depending on what it is. Find out why things are not working. And always remember that you actually are a lot happier than you think you are. We tend to focus on that one thing that doesn't work right now and forget about all those other things that are going well. We have so much going and we just concentrate on one hiccup sometimes. Practicing gratitude helps in this situation. When we start counting how blessed we are, things start to change. When we want to introduce change in our lives and an alarm bell goes off, it usually means that there is some kind of limiting belief somewhere which needs to be dealt with. As I said, there is ways to deal with that, but we have to find out first what it is. Always understand that nothing is set in stone. We can start fresh, while bearing in mind that we must not give up so easily. There will always be obstacles, there will always be things that don't go well, but that's where we grow. We grow on obstacles, we grow when we leave the comfort zone. We don't grow when we are staying in our routine and in our comfort zone all the time. And staying in the same place is boring. We either grow or we die. The best thing to start is with the most challenging improvement, because that's when our brain starts releasing dopamine and gives us a big boost to continue. I have created a kit that you can receive if you click on the link below. It's called my Life Assessment Kit, and you can download it, print it, and work on it. Sit down and see where you are and where you want to be. If you need help with it, get in touch with me or get in touch with another coach. And always remember that no one can change your life but you. I cannot do it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. You can do it for you only. If you want to know more about what I do, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am working on various subjects at the moment. I want to talk about how to leave the comfort zone, how to bring more positivity in your life, how to create a perfect day, how to improve your health, maybe also how to stop procrastinating. I have a lot of plans, and those are all subjects that I will talk about in my next videos. But first, subscribe to my channel and download your Life Assessment Kit in the text. I hope to talk to you soon and hear from you soon. Leave a comment and let me know what you think.